Welcome, my friends of the interwebs. First and foremost, let me get this out of the way. Nothing that comes out of my mouth should be confused with financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I am not qualified to be a financial advisor. I never want to be a financial advisor. I can't even imagine wanting to be a financial advisor. So if you take anything I say as financial advice, you are not the sharpest tool in the shed. And you probably ought to stay away from investing in anything. All right. Having said that, hopefully we're all having fun. I really was kind of surprised at how many people came over and sent me a friend request onto my Facebook. Richard Hunter. Colonel Richard Hunter. I was shocked. I was really pleasantly surprised. And now some of the people I'm still kind of pending. It's still pending whether I want to accept it because I'm not really entirely sure that they came over through my crypto videos. So if you do come over, or if you have came over and you've sent a friend request, make sure you send me a message, because I probably maybe, depending on lots of things, start a Facebook page just about the crypto stuff. But for right now, it's kind of a hodgepodge mixture of politics and family stuff and friend stuff. So let me know that you came over, and I'll accept your friend request. And for there's a couple people I accidentally deleted their friend request. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, so resend it. Resend it. Crypto. I gotta tell you. Look, somebody was actually busting my chops about Doge and busting my chops about SHIB, because neither one have done real stellar as of late. Here's what I need you to understand, all right, is that I bought those correctly. I bought them right. For example, I bought Doge at 5 cents. So last time I looked at Doge, it was 24 cents. I bought at 5, it's 24. You can bust my chops? I'm going to hold on to it. There are certain crypto plays of mine that I have the mentality of Lamborghini or bust. I've talked to you about that before. I'm holding on to it. I'm so far away from losing in that game that why wouldn't I? In fact, I think if Doge goes dips a little bit more, I'm going to accumulate more Doge. Same thing goes for SHIB. In fact, I have been accumulating more SHIB. But I bought SHIB before it dropped to zero. So to give you an example, when I bought SHIB for $50, could get you 14 million SHIB. So I'm a long way from losing on that too, regardless if SHIB is trading down or trading sideways. I still have, the last time I looked, because I've had my SHIB for a little over a month now, I'm still up right around 300%. And so whenever you make 300% on your money and people start busting your chops about the price being lower, you're just like, people are like, well, why didn't you sell at the top and then then you could buy back and expand your position? Listen, I don't pretend to be an expert at this stuff, and I damn sure don't pretend to be able to predict the top or predict the bottom. I've stopped accumulating SHIB, but I will be tempted if it drops some more. I don't know where that place is. My heart will tell me, buy some more SHIB. But yeah, I mean, I just find it funny that people would actually send me messages going, basically chuckling it up, and then telling me, don't you think you screwed yourself? Once again, I bought Doge at 5 cents, and now it's like 24, 25. I don't know, it's up there. I did, in fact, I think I've told you this before. I did take profits along the way with Doge, and I regret that. But even if I didn't regret that, the Doge that I have is free Doge. It's the house's money, if you will. And SHIB, to be completely honest, I could take out my initial investments in SHIB and still be way ahead and be able to consider that the house's money. But that's not what I'm in it for. I'm Lamborghini or bust. Lamborghini or bust. For those of you who bought Bitcoin, congratulations. It's been hard-earned, well-earned. You deserve everything that you're getting out. By the way, my first crypto purchase ever was Bitcoin, and I bought $1,000 worth back when it was 47,000. So we're not talking. I'm not a big player. I'm just a hobbyist that uses this whole crypto thing as a diversion from my shit show of a life. But I mean, I felt pretty good about getting Bitcoin at 47,000. And, so what is it today? 61, 62, something like that. There was a long time where it kind of traded horizontally. And for those of you who stuck it out, good for you. By the way, NuCypher. All right, people have been blowing up my inbox about NuCypher. I can tell you this. I own NuCypher. It was a crypto that I got from watching videos on Coinbase. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you are a member of Coinbase, they have like a learning center type of thing. And if you watch these little videos, they'll ask you some questions, kind of test you, see if you were paying attention. And if you were, and you passed their little test, they will give you crypto. And so I had somewhere around $10 worth of NuCypher. The reason that I bring this up is because it blew up. There's lots of theories as to why. One of which was that it was added to a new exchange. It was an Asian exchange in, I think, South Korea. Other people claimed that it was a classic pump and dump. I don't know. I will tell you that I'm kicking myself for not having a little bit more, but it's too late. Don't FOMO into anything. That's really the key to my success right now. Is I've never FOMO'd ever. Fear of missing out is FOMO. Fear of missing out. And that's where something starts mooning, or mooning, by the way, is going to the moon, taking off like a rocket. Somebody sees it, oh my God, I'm going to miss out, and then they FOMO in. They buy then, and that's not when you want to buy anything. Sometimes it's crazy tempting. I mean, when Bitcoin, look, there's a lot of pumping going on with Bitcoin. Some of it legitimate, some of it just cheerleading bullshit. But the truth is, Bitcoin was taken off, and there was a part of me that was like, throw $1,000 at it, throw $1,000 at it, throw $1,000 at it, And I stayed strong, and I'm very proud of myself for that. I don't know, to be completely honest, I don't know how I did, because I really, really, really felt like, okay, it's going to go wherever. Now, it's pulled back a little bit from its all-time high, its new all-time high, and I may consider that an entry point, but I'm going to wait a couple of days just to see. Lots of people say it's going to keep marching to the moon. Other people are like, no, it's going to pull back, and some people even predicted severely pulling back. So I'm gonna kind of chill. I figure like this. I'm way ahead with Bitcoin anyway. I didn't lose anything by not FOMOing in when it started to rise like that, regardless of all the pumping that was going on. And that's really the key. And I can't tell you this enough. Do not FOMO into anything. Even if you really believe in something, it's kind of like, it'll pull back. You'll get that dip. If it's truly going to go to the moon, well, about halfway between Earth and the moon, it's going to pull back, and that's when you jump, and that's where you gain. You just don't. Could I have made some quick money by maybe even doing a little swing trade on that? Maybe, but swing trading at this juncture right now is not my thing. Although it may become my thing, because that's another video. I don't even want to get into that. Who swing trades and does a fabulous job of it is Luci. Living with Luci. I will try to put a link underneath to her YouTube channel. As far as I can tell, as far as I can see, if somebody was to ask me who's the most legit YouTuber when it comes to the crypto world, that's exactly who I would say. Mainly because she shows her trades. She has her phone. She shows her trades. She shows her positions. And she's just real. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's, you'll see when you watch her. I'm an older dude. I'm 54 years old. So sometimes hearing a young girl chatter on about anything gets a little rough. But she's very smart, and I've learned a lot from her. But she does the swing trade thing. And seemingly very successful at it for such a young person, especially. Yeah, if you're interested in doing swing trades, I would start watching what she's doing and listening to the things she has to say. That's probably the best compliment I can give her. It's funny because I don't remember which video, though. Maybe it was the last one, maybe it was the one for that. I was talking to people and I was like, yeah, you got to check out, she's, looking back at it, the things that I said other than that she was a very smart cookie, it probably seemed a little insulting, and I don't mean to be that way. Sometimes when you get to be an old crusty bastard like me, it's easy to insult young people. It just is, whether you mean to or you don't. Look, bottom line, I know I'm assuming she's in her 20s. She's a whole lot smarter than I am, and she's a whole lot more experienced than I am in the whole world of crypto, and that's just a fact. Even if she is 30 years younger than me or whatever she is. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm not swing trading. I'm not trying to, do any of that. But I will tell you, I'm accumulating on the dips for the cryptos that I really like. So I like just a short list. I really like Bitcoin, always have. That's kind of my store of value play. If you don't understand what a store of value is, I seriously recommend, if you're just now getting into crypto and Bitcoin stuff, listen to Michael Saylor. He's really brilliant. I'll see if I can put a link. He's got tons of videos out there, mostly interviews from other players, but he's a really smart guy. Listen to him, and he explains Bitcoin and how it's a store of value, much like gold is a store of value, but it's more, there's more to love about Bitcoin than to gold, although I do own some gold, not gonna lie. Physical gold. I don't own the paper stuff. And silver. So definitely look into that. But short list, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I buy Ethereum, and I have a MetaMask wallet where I store a lot of it, and I use it. Like, for example, I don't have it handy, but my first NFT, and I need to start doing some more NFTs, but I paid with Ethereum on Rarible. And that crypto came from my MetaMask wallet. So I bought some Ethereum, probably going to buy some more Ethereum. I like Ethereum for its utility, although gas prices are insane. So I'm going to explore some other things. There are other options coming online now for people who are doing NFTs. Now, I'm not an expert in NFTs. I wish I was. But I'm an artist, so of course I want to become more proficient with using NFTs. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. I'm a Dogeaholic, I am. And SHIB, definitely. Those are my top 4 right there. Those are my top 4. I do have probably about another half a dozen coins off the top of my head. I do have NuCypher, MATIC. I have MATIC, and then another one I know. And by the way, I have a fair amount of MATIC, and that's been really good to me. It really had. Polygon, it's been really, really good to me. Not saying you should go out and buy it, but it's been good to me. I've been very, very blessed. I don't have any cryptos where I put a bunch of money into it and then it went, hasn't happened. I've bought low and sold high, or bought low and are hodling high with anticipation of maybe a pullback, buy some more, and then continue down or continue up that path. That's my game. That's how I play this game. 2 major things. First, I just told you, I've just told you, actually I think I probably told you in every video, buy the dips. If you're going to buy, wait for a dip. And the other thing is, don't buy on margin. Do not buy in margin. Even though it seems like, well, this is going to go to the moon, so this is, you'll get destroyed, literally. Here's the thing about crypto, and this is just the truth. It's very manipulated. And once you learn how the manipulation works, you can use that to your advantage. The volatility is a blessing for swing traders or dip buyers. That's a blessing. A crypto or a stock that's not volatile isn't, what are you going to make 3% over the next 10 years? On what, GM or whatever, or General Electric, Ford Motor Company, no. That's not where, first of all, it's not where the fun's at. And second of all, you can't make money unless there's swell swings. You just can't. Bitcoin, for the longest time, if you bought the dips and just waited, it would rise up. And if you wanted to, you could sell because it would come back down. And you could see the manipulation that was going on. And as long as you understood that and you weren't a sucker, suckers, then you could do okay. So do not buy on margin. Do not ever buy on margin because the crypto markets are not regulated yet, and they are too volatile, and there's too much, I think George says, whales playing whale games, and they will wreck you every time. It's just the way it is. So buy the dips, don't buy in margin, and do not ever, 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 ever put more money into this game than you can afford to lose. Don't do it. You wouldn't go to a bingo hall and walk in there with the only $1,000 you have for your food and rent for the month and go play bingo. You wouldn't do that. So why the hell would you buy crypto or stocks or any investment with money? I don't care if somebody says to you, look, Bitcoin's going to be at $100,000 by the first of the year. I guarantee you that. Trust me, they can't guarantee you squat. And I've heard that song and dance so many times I'm immune to it. So for some people, they would think to themselves, well, okay, I can buy Bitcoin right now at let's just say 60. Okay, so there's a $40,000 upside to it. So why wouldn't I put my kid's college fund into that? Why wouldn't I put my mortgage money or my... I'll tell you why you wouldn't, because you're going to get wrecked if you do that shit. I'm telling you right now, if you're investing money that you can't afford to lose, it's going to come and bite you in the butt. It's just going to. It's going to. So keep that in mind. All right, I'm not trying to lecture anybody. I kind of want this to be a fun channel anyway. People who joined my Facebook, they've all asked me, please do live. People like live. I've never done a live. I've been on YouTube since 2005. I've never done anything live. And to be completely honest, I don't foresee it anytime soon. Maybe a practice run sometime in the middle of the night, but I don't, even if nobody's watching. Here's why. In order to be successful running a live show, you literally have to be able to commit to time frames and days. So I know people who do 2 lives a day when it comes to crypto. They do a live in the early afternoon and then a live in the evening every day. And people know, well, it's time for him to come on and do his thing. I can't do that. I don't have the ability to do that. I have too many serious life commitments, and it would be impossible. I just can't imagine having the ability to do that. Maybe if I committed to doing a live at like midnight, but the problem with the midnight thing is my days are so exhausting that by midnight I'm usually fried. And a lot of times I'm laying on the couch. I got laundry to do. I got house cleaning. I got all these things to do. And I don't have the energy to even do that. So, I don't know. But I do appreciate everybody asking, and I appreciate the encouragement. But yeah, don't expect anything like that to happen anytime soon. There are tons of really great crypto channels, resources where you can find tons of really good information. Now, there's a ton of bullshit out there, and there's a ton of fraudsters out there. I mean, you gotta be careful of that. Look in my comment section. You'll see a couple of the videos where there's a bunch of people, I didn't know what I was doing, and then I started watching Chairman Mao's Get Rich on Crypto theme, or and there's all these bots and all the they're like having conversations. Oh yeah, I used his method, and now I'm up $1 million or what. I don't even delete that stuff. I just haven't had time. I probably should delete and block these, but to be honest with you, if you're so stupid as to not be able to recognize that game, look, a fool and their money is soon parted, and a fool really had no business having money in the first place. I know it's horrible to say, but I didn't originate that. I can't remember who originated that. If you know, let me know in the comment section who originated that little saying. It might have been from Wall Street or something. I don't know. Anyway, listen, guys, that's all I got for you. Hopefully, you guys are winning at this. I hope and pray that this is making a big difference in your life. Because, well, real quick I don't know how quick I can make this. I must say this. The world has changed a lot since I was in my early 20s. When I was in my early 20s, if you wanted to invest in, there was no internet like we have it today. Nobody had cell phones, or the people who did have cell phones when I was in my early 20s were doctors and lawyers and very wealthy people. The masses did not have them. I remember I was lucky to have a pager, and we won't get into all that, but if you wanted to invest in money, you would have to try to get in with a brokerage house. But here's the thing, you had to be what was called an accredited investor. And supposedly those were laws that were geared to protecting the uneducated, uncleaned, ignorant masses. Okay. So, not saying that some of them didn't need some protections, but the rules to get into a brokerage or open a brokerage account was that you had to have something like an income of $200,000 a year, and this would probably be the equivalent of $500,000 a year today. Maybe not that much, but a lot. You had to have a net worth of X amount of dollars, like $500,000 or $1 million net worth, not including your primary residence. There were lots of barriers to entry for the little guy. And then 401ks became a big thing, and so people got more used to having their money in stocks. And then Ameritrade showed up once the internet got going, and I actually opened my first brokerage account was an Ameritrade account. And I bought blue chip stuff and General Electric, and I didn't buy any GE or no GM at the time, thank God. But there was, and I don't even remember how I managed to get that, because I was definitely not an accredited investor, or at least I didn't meet those standards. So I don't remember anymore. It's been so long. I might have lied. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a millionaire. But I always knew I wanted to own stocks, but I just remembered that there was a barrier to entry. Today, everything's different. You can open up a Robinhood account at 18 years old, and you can buy stocks, you can buy crypto, all of that stuff right on your phone. And I have a Robinhood, and I don't remember a whole bunch of questions like your net worth and anything like that. There's tons of different ways and methods. Coinbase Pro. I have a Binance account. There are so many different ways that you can utilize the investment tools today and actually purchase investment instruments, including stocks. And it's a totally different world today, no doubt about it. I'm always happy to see young people in it. That Luci girl, I mean, impressive. And I will tell you this: when I was her age, although I kind of dabbled a little bit, she's hardcore. She's swing trading. She's buying. I think when she went into SHIB, she went in with like 13K. God bless her. I don't play like that. I mean, Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Thank you for continuing to watch me. Thank you for coming over to my Facebook and signing up for the ride, because it is a great way for people to communicate. All the messages I get are from my Facebook. And as time goes on, maybe I'll tweak some things and start a more crypto dedicated thing. But for right now, I'm just having some fun when I can. I might be able to make a video tomorrow. I might not be able to make a video for a week. It is what it is, guys. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Thank you for your support. Feel free to share this video with your friends, or the universe in general, on your Facebook and your Twitter and all that stuff. That's all I got. Peace! And I'm still not editing